everyone, welcome back to the Mindset Shift. I'm Emma.
And I'm James. It's great to be here with you all. How's it going, Emma?
I'm doing well. I've been looking forward to today's conversation because it's a topic that so many people struggle with.
Same here. Today, we're talking about self-confidence, how to build it and how to stop doubting yourself.
Confidence is something we all want. But let's be honest, most of us struggle with it at some point. Even people who seem confident on the outside still experience moments of self-doubt.
Absolutely. There have been so many times when I knew I was capable, but that little voice in my head kept making me hesitate.
That inner voice can be a real obstacle. It makes us second-guess ourselves, overthink situations, and even avoid taking action altogether.
And that's what we're going to tackle today. We're breaking this down into 3 parts: what confidence really is, why we doubt ourselves so much, and, most importantly, how to start building real, lasting confidence.
And trust me, we're not just going to throw out cliché advice like, just believe in yourself. We're going to talk about practical real-life strategies that actually work.
So if you've ever wished you could feel more confident in yourself and stop letting self-doubt hold you back, stay with us. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the basics. We hear the word confidence all the time, but what does it really mean?
I used to think confidence meant feeling sure of yourself all the time, never being nervous, never questioning yourself. But I've realized that's not true at all.
Not at all. Confidence isn't about never feeling doubt. It's about trusting yourself despite those feelings.
That's a great way to put it. It's more about belief in your ability to figure things out, even when you don't have all the answers.
Exactly. It's not about knowing everything. It's about being willing to try, learn, and grow along the way.
And the best part, confidence isn't something you're just born with or without. It's a skill that can be developed.
Yes, people assume confidence is part of someone's personality, but in reality, it's something you build over time. The more you practice stepping outside your comfort zone, the more confident you become.
That changes everything. Because if confidence is a skill, that means anyone can learn it.
Exactly. But before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Why do so many of us struggle with confidence in the first place?
I think one of the biggest reasons is fear of failure.
Oh, definitely. We doubt ourselves because we're afraid of messing up, looking bad, or not meeting expectations.
It's crazy because logically, we know that failure is part of life. Every successful person has failed at some point. But when it's our turn to fail, it suddenly feels like the end of the world.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the opposite of confidence. It's part of the process of building it.
That's such a good point. The people we admire for being confident, they've failed plenty of times. They just didn't let failure stop them.
Yes. And another huge reason people struggle with confidence is comparison.
Social media makes this worse. You see people achieving things, looking great, traveling the world, and it's easy to think, wow, they have it all together. Why don't I? Right. But we have to remember that we're only seeing their highlight reel, not the full picture. Exactly. And when we compare our everyday struggles to someone else's best moments, of course, we feel like we're falling behind.
That's why we need to shift our focus. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on comparing ourselves to who we were yesterday.
Yes. The only real competition is you versus you.
One of the biggest things that affects confidence is how we talk to ourselves.
Yes. That inner voice in our head. It can either build us up or tear us down.
I used to have a really negative inner voice. I'd say things like, I'm not good at this instead of I'm still learning this.
That small shift makes a huge difference. When you start replacing negative thoughts with more helpful ones, your confidence naturally grows.
Confidence comes from taking action, even small ones.
James, yes. If speaking up scares you, Start by talking in small group settings first. If you're afraid of trying something new, take one small step instead of jumping all in.
The more small wins you stack, the stronger your confidence gets.
Overthinking is a confidence killer.
Oh, I know this too well. I've spent more time worrying about something than actually doing it.
But confidence is built through action, not just thinking.
Your environment matters. Negative people drain confidence.
Yes. Find people who uplift you and push you to grow. When you're around people who believe in you, you start believing in yourself, too.
People don't give themselves enough credit for the progress they've made.
They focus on what they haven't done instead of what they have.
Confidence grows when you acknowledge your progress, not just perfection.
Confidence isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you build, one small step at a time.
And it's not about waiting until you feel confident. It's about taking action first and letting confidence follow.
Start by changing the way you talk to yourself, taking small steps forward, and focusing on progress, not perfection.
And remember, self-doubt is normal, but it doesn't have to control you.
That's it for today's episode.
If this helped you, share it with someone who needs a confidence boost. James, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.